is because we are very pleased to be joined on the phone at this time by, please hit that blue button, by a man who needs no introduction, really. A man who you've seen in Good Luck Chuck, amongst others. Please welcome Dane Cook. Dane, welcome to the show. Dane, are you with us?
Yeah, I'm here.
Dane, thank you very much for joining us.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you, man. I got about 5 minutes, and then I gotta go.
No problem at all. You are on with us right now. So, Dane, why don't you tell us a little bit about what you're going through right now, and that is your live tour Isolated Incident.
Yeah, the tour is, I guess we're entering our 4th week here of the Global Thermo Comedy Tour. My goal was to create a title that you would be winded when you were done speaking it. But the tour is going great. It's an arena tour, so we have upwards of, 10, 20,000 people sometimes coming into the show, and it's been great. It's all new material, and the fans are having a good time with it. So that's my job, make them laugh.
You know, selfishly speaking, I know you were here in Toronto last Friday, and you started your last tour, Rough Around the Edges, in Toronto. What, in your opinion, makes Toronto such a comedy hotbed, and specifically for you? Because believe you me, I have not seen more chicks in one spot than at your concert. So why do you think that is?
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple of things that pop into my mind. One thing is I'm always really impressed and blown away sometimes by the varied demographic and ages that are at the show. Older men, young women. It never ceases to amaze me who wants to come out and have a laugh. And having done the tour in '07 and kicking it off in Toronto, I almost felt like it was a bit of a good luck charm, because the crowd was just so wonderful to me up there, and people, they came out to laugh. So as we put the new tour together, I was hoping to actually, continue to do some more dates up through Canada. But if I couldn't in the first leg, it was I insisted on coming back through Toronto. So we had a blast up there once again.
And it's also because you got a chance to hang out with me a little bit too, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we got to kick it backstage, and here I am now hanging with you on the show.
Absolutely. What has this last year really been like for you? Because I know it was the main precipice for you putting together this tour. Why don't you talk a little bit about that and how fulfilling it is for you to be on this tour right now?
Yeah, I think that originally, as I was approaching this new hour plus of stand-up, it was about, my obligation first and foremost is to make things funny. It's a simple equation, and I don't stray too far from the initial idea and concept, which is any good comedian just get out there and share funny thoughts, ideas, stories, creations. But I certainly had a lot of things impact me over the last couple of years of my life that I thought would inform my comedy. The mixture of highs and lows of fame, and certainly dealing with a family crisis of having 2 folks that are sick with cancer and end up losing their battle to cancer. And I looked at these kind of epic moments of my life and thought, how can I wring it all out and make these kind of cathartic moments enjoyable and entertaining and relatable. So it was not easy. It was certainly a lot of shows that were trial by fire. But when it finally came together, I felt like the fans would have a good time, and they have spoken. We're having a great time with the new act. Absolutely,
and I guess so far I know you're on, I believe, day 10 of this tour. What has been, or what have been, some of your main highlights in the first leg of this tour for you?
It's tough because there's really been no lowlights. I'm traveling with my best friends in the world that I started comedy with close to 20 years ago. We're still hanging and banging out there doing it together. Night after night you roll into a new spot, and you're equally as enthusiastic to get up on stage and share the stories and the jokes and routines with eager comedy fans. So I've always approached the stand-up stage really like a reset button. On any given night, you can start from scratch and paint a brand new picture. It never feels like it's derivative of itself. You want to share the new material with as many people as possible, and yet there's still something new that you discover in the act that you're laughing along with night after night. So, knocking on wood, no lowlights yet.
Do you think there should be a law for somebody like me if I was to go into a club and do a routine? Do you think I have the right to change it from stand-up to sit-down? Because I've always thought that I do have that right. Do you agree?
I think that there's a huge market for sit-down comedy, and you could certainly be the prime example, and I would support you. I would sit down with you and do some stand-up.
How about the audience standing up and you sit down?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I do have to say this. You have an uncanny ability to connect with virtually everybody that you come in contact with, and I really do appreciate you taking the time out of your busy schedule. I know it's been a crazy week for you. Who knew that you were going to be on my show immediately after doing Oprah yesterday? But there you have it. When does the tour wrap up?
Well, first of all, I just want to say, man, you've been very, very supportive, and the word was out that you just really were, talking up my comedy, and you've always, been a champion of mine. So I wanted to do the show because I'm appreciative of that, and the tour just doesn't stop. It's going to keep going through July, and then we take a little break and try to take it international in the fall, which means doing a lot of shows for the troops. I went over to Iraq last year, so I'll probably go back over and do some USO stuff, and then hit a couple of places that I've never performed, like the UK and in Australia. So just take the tour as far and wide as people want to participate in it.
Honestly, man, from everybody here and me specifically, you've always been a great supporter of mine too. We really do appreciate you taking the time. And as I said, what better way to have a week than to do Oprah and then be on with me. So thanks again, and I hope you can do it sometime soon in the future.
All right, you guys take care now.
Absolutely. That is Dane Cook. You can catch him on his Isolated Incident tour, Traveling Now. How was that, guys?
Oh, that was pretty sweet.
Awesome.
Now, before we came on the air, did you or did you not say, and I quote, you love Dane Cook?
I do. I just think he's hilarious, right? Like, I'm a huge fan of all his movies. I like his stand-up. I was kind of hoping I'd get an opportunity to talk to him. I was going to, flip him my number. I was going to say, if you ever come to H-Town, we could hook up. Didn't get that far.
Excuse me.
You got to get your show and do it yourself if you want to.
Jimmy, I would like to clarify something for you.
Yes.
This is for an internet audience, which means the whole world practically, which also means that you need to clarify H-Town for those who don't know what H-Town is, you idiot.
That would be Hamilton.
Hamilton what?
Hamilton, Ontario.
Thank you very much. Well, it has been one hell of a show. I really appreciate you guys coming down. Yvonne, thank you very much.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
And be sure to come back soon. Definitely.
Yeah, of course. As long as you never cut my songs, I'll be there. No problem.
It was Dane Cook.
Yeah,
Give me a break.
I know. I was in mid-swap. It's okay.
Whatever.
Just kidding.
Jimmy, get the hell out.
You've already said I'm not important about 3 times.
No, but honestly, Jimmy, thank you so
Anytime,
very
man.
much. We'd like to also thank Matt Morgan, TNA wrestler. You can catch him 9 o'clock Thursday nights on Spike TV, as well as their pay-per-view. Check your local listings on May 24th, as well as the very popular and very busy Dane Cook for joining us today. This has been another edition of Sounding Off with me, Spencer Miller, my aforementioned guest, Yvonne Pedneau, and Jimmy McCarty. Please stay tuned next week as we welcome back Warren Sockhew and Brian Herzlinger. This show is being brought to you by Mervish Productions. For more information on Mervish, please go to mervish.com or 416-872-12 1212. Thanks, and see you next week.